from the struggles of life, through trials, through tribulations, through toils, through sickness, through prison, even death cannot separate me from the love of God, for I am an overcomer. Hey, what's up, friends and family? So it is raining out here, and I got about 30 more minutes before my next delivery. But so while I wait for that, let's just get into the Word. I want to share what I read in 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6 through 10. So 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6 to 10. It says, "Now godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and clothing, with these we shall be content. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and harmful lusts, which drowns men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money," now get this, let me repeat that again. "For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, for which some have strayed from the faith in their greediness, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." So I just want to share with you that I have been struggling lately, man. Like, I just haven't been feeling content, and I feel like I never make enough money, and I feel like sometimes people don't understand me, and, you know, just getting irritated and even falling into temptation. And it all comes down to what we just read, what Paul was saying. Because of the love of money. You see, he's teaching us that we must be content with what we have. And so I'm not saying that God doesn't want to bless us, because I'm not one of those people. And as you hear in sometimes, you hear they misquote this verse, which they say that money is the root of all evil. But no, it's the love of money is the root of all evil. Paul is saying that we brought nothing into this world, and that we cannot carry anything out of it. And having food and clothing, that we shall be content. And that is true. But if you are like me, who feel like you are called to be an entrepreneur, if you feel that you are called to be blessed, to bless others, then of course you want to be more successful. You want to do all these things. And one thing I realized why I have been struggling is because of that. Because I want to do all these things on my own time, on my own ways. You see, I believe that God will bless me and my wife with abundance. I believe that He has called us to be entrepreneurs. But it all comes down to, before He does that, He needs to give me a heart transplant. If I don't learn how to become content with what I do have now, it will definitely be a snare and cause me to be greedy. And that's what Paul is teaching. That's what Paul is warning. He's saying in verse 10, it says, "For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, for which some have strayed from the faith in their greediness, and pierced themselves through many sorrow." You see, it actually can take you away from your faith. The love of money can actually take you away from your faith in God and your walk with Jesus Christ. And so I don't want to be coming here and preaching that God don't want to bless you or want you to be blessed, want you to be prosperous, because He does. Because our God is a prosperous God. But however, we need to be careful on where it's leading us. God has been opening doors for me to do junk removal. So I've been cleaning out people's house, people's garage, and so this is my second job. The last job I had, I did it for a friend, and I only charged him $250, but he paid me $350. And so this job I'm working on is for an older couple. I realized that I undercharged because it had a lot of stuff. And so now I'm realizing that I'm not going to make that much money from this job. I feel that at least I'm doing a service for people. And in return, I believe that God will open more doors for me to have more customers. And turn my junk removal business into something that is legit. Yeah, so I just filled up my truck in the back, as you can see. And I'm on my way to the dump site. I had to come about 2 more trips because this house is a lot. And since they're elderly, so only charging $200. So I think this job, I'm not going to make too much. But, you know, I look at it like, man, that's a part of hustling, right? You just got to do what you got to do. Whew, and now I'm done.